Okay. Ooh, y'all, I'm sorry because when that wind blows, I know it hits the microphone and that's so annoying, but it feels good out here. So just don't pay it any attention. Turn it down low and watch the legs move because that's what we're on here for, to watch the legs move. Look at the legs move. Get up if you already have it and move your legs today for at least 30 minutes non-stop. I want you to do that daily. Be consistent and be persistent about being consistent. All right. And as always, professional and personalized disclaimer. Always contact your primary healthcare provider before starting, restarting, changing, or ending any exercise plan, routine, regimen that you guys have formulated and put together. Okay? Always, 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 always contact them, be it your medical doctor, your CRNP, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, and for those of you who have had injuries in the past, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, your nutritionists, and your dietitians, okay? Because we know that half of it is diet. Half of it is diet if weight loss is your goal, especially if weight loss is your goal. Especially if weight loss is your goal. But if you're just trying to be healthy and fit, it's still diet, right? It's half and half. They go hand in hand, all right? So we're doing these small hills. Challenge yourself, challenge yourself. Listen, if you haven't been working out, start off at your fitness level. You know what that is. Listen to your body. Slow down when you need to and or stop. Nothing wrong with stopping. You can always restart. Okay? You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to hurt your body. You want to work your body, but you don't want to hurt your body. Hey, Show Enough. How you doing, Show Enough? Welcome into the chat. We're trying to get done a little bit earlier because it gets dark so early. So we had to do that little hill. That hill, see, when I have my phone, that hill challenges you. And there's nothing wrong with the challenge. I like the hill. But with the hill, it's like I want to run up the hill to get it over with. But I don't want to end up dropping my phone because I don't have my phone around my neck. I switch hands with it because when it's around my neck, it bothers me. That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So if you catch this live and if you don't and you catch the replay, you guys continue to email me for the new platform because we're trying to get, y'all know I got a lot of gamers. Some of y'all are starting to come through a little bit, but most of you guys have been emailing me. So continue to email me so I can send you the link to the new platform because we're trying to get totally away from over this way, okay? And I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody who has. And I'm sorry if I have not responded because I get a lot of emails, okay? I appreciate any and everybody who comes through, especially the gamers, because you guys were the ones who kicked this all off, right? I'm doing good, Show Enough. Just got off getting this evening walk and talk in. And listen, it feels good out here. And sometimes you can still overdress, right? 'Cause sometimes you can overdress. Sometimes you can overdress. So I feel like I might end up taking my hoodie off and wrapping it around my waist. Right now we're good though. Yeah, that's what I was doing at first. This was like a gaming at first. At first it was just like everybody, everybody, you get a YouTube, have a channel, but you're not really doing anything. And then you get into different things and gaming was it. Gaming was pleasant. Look now, they have their issues sometimes, but look, it was mostly my family, so it was the young ones. It was the young ones. So they got other channels and started doing their own, and I kept this one. And a lot of the kids still come through from time to time, and I love it. Because honestly, I'd much rather deal with kids coming through than a lot of the adults. I love the adults who come through, but I also know, that the kids are going to be kids, And believe it or not, some of the kids are really, really mature, really, really mature. But I think they're pretty much moving on to the other platform, but they're still over here. So a lot of them are still subscribed. So I appreciate them. I really do. I appreciate any and everybody who comes through here you know, and supports, participates in the chat, watch, whatever they do, it's all support, right? I ask for thumbs up, I appreciate them, but I don't beat people up about a thumbs up, okay? Because if they watch you for a few seconds, what is that? Support. If they watch you for a few seconds, if they give you a thumbs up, that's great. But they can subscribe if they haven't. That's a third way. Once you subscribe, hit all. That's a fourth way, so you'll be notified each and every time. Comment during the live. For those who don't like to comment during the live, comment after. And those who like to, you know, send you an email, all of that, all of that. All of that. There's way more than one way to support. YouTube looks at it all. Right, true support. Right, show enough. That's what I feel with the young people. Like it's true support. True support. True support. And a lot of times with them, you can ask them to do something. And believe it or not, they do it. Like they do it. Y'all, the traffic is coming, so we're going to keep those legs marching, right? Keep the legs marching. Let them have that intersection. Because the goal is to keep moving. Keep moving. Consistently. Don't stop. And move with a purpose. Get those legs going. Get those legs moving. Get them going. Right? And depending on what your fitness level is, maybe you just need to stroll. That's okay. You're moving. You're moving. Just stroll. That's okay. You don't have to walk. You know, your pace depends on your fitness level, okay? Also, it depends on your needs. Sometimes people aren't just really exercising for their physical well-being alone, right? They're exercising for their mental, their spiritual, their emotional health as well. So it's not really that they have a weight loss goal or something like that. They're just walking for peace of mind. So it doesn't have to be fast. It doesn't have to be fast. Give yourself a little resistance. Believe it or not, when you're walking on grass, that's a little bit of resistance. It's kind of like, think about when you're walking on the beach. For those who jog on the beach. A lot of people love jogging on the beach. That provides a degree of resistance. Shawanda Williams. I don't know if Shawanda is going to catch the live today. But if you guys see Shawanda Williams out here in this YouTube community, in other YouTube communities, out here on these YouTube neighborhoods, streets, channels, please wish her a happy birthday today. Today is Shawanda's birthday. So, $ Shawanda Williams, if you want to bless her with a blessing. It doesn't have to be large. I think anything is appreciated. And y'all remember, if you can walk and talk, that is great. Okay, that's great. It shows your fitness level. But if you're walking, you're going to be a little winded because you're walking. Like I'm looking around, checking the surrounding. But if you feel uncomfortable at any moment, stop talking. Okay, stop talking. If you feel winded, if you feel tired, stop talking. Stop talking. The main goal is to walk. The main goal is the movement, right? Put some pep in that step. Walk in cadence. Military people, you know what I'm talking about. Walk in a cadence, okay? Yes, happy birthday, Shawanda. Thank you, sure enough. You know, there are correct ways to walk, okay? Believe it or not, there are correct ways to walk. Use those hips, all right? Especially if you have hip issues, knee issues, ankle issues, joint issues, learn to use those buns, okay? Let them become buns of steel. so that they can help you to take some of that pressure off of your hip joint, your knee joints, your ankles, okay? Now, YouTube doesn't give us any licenses, right? Registrations or certifications. So for people who have those, we have to give those professionalized, personalized disclaimers. You can find a lot of channels with therapists, doctors, nurses that go into a lot of detail. Over here, we just drop nuggets, okay? We drop nuggets. And we want you to pick up those nuggets and research them for yourselves, okay? Sometimes I drop nuggets. The chat, you guys drop nuggets about things that work for you and the people that you know. They may not work for everybody, but they may work for you or someone that you know and love, a family member, a friend, church member, classmate, co-worker, all right? Anyone that you're a part of, any civic organization with, they may work for them. So hand those nuggets off. Hand those nuggets off and advise them to always, always discuss things, talk about things, be open with their doctors, nurse practitioners, nurses, physicians assistants, nutritionists, dietitians, occupational therapists, physical therapists, okay? They are your healthcare team. They form a circle around you. Y'all know what I say every day. They form a circle around you. I call that circle an atom, and you are the nucleus, okay? You are the most important part. The most important part to any cell is the nucleus, right? So you're the most important part. So be as open as you possibly can with your healthcare team. As open as you possibly can with them. And let them know how you feel. Let them know the things that seem to work for you, the things that don't work for you. And guess what? For anything that doesn't work for you, you guys can modify, okay? Modify your program. Modify your exercise routine, plan, program. Modify. Most likely when they come up with the plan for you, they will have options. You know, like I always give the example, if the deep squats don't work for you, mini squats, right? Mini squats. You'll build up to deep squats, and maybe deep squats aren't for you, and that's okay. You do those mini squats or baby squats, however they want to describe the modified squat. And that's what you do, and believe me, it'll still help you. It'll still help you. And look, we all know that walking is the big thing now. See, sometimes walking isn't really the big thing now. Walking, jogging, running has always been big. But it's new for some people, right? And that's okay, that's good. Hopefully, you will be motivated to start, okay? And to keep going. Keep moving, keep going. Keep moving, keep going. And when nobody else is there to motivate you, be your own motivation, right? What is the saying? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It is wonderful to have motivation. It's wonderful to have encouragement. But when you feel like you're alone, continue to keep going. Keep moving. Keep moving. We've said that for 2 years plus now. Keep moving. Be consistent and be persistent about being consistent, okay? Listen, you guys, it's not quite winter yet, but some people, the weather is wild. It's warm in some places. It's cool in some places. What some would call chilly. It's cold in some places. It's snowing in some places. Some places have been experiencing increased amounts of rain. But listen, it's late fall now. We're about to get into winter. Guys, remember to do everything that you need to do to protect yourselves physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Okay? Happy birthday, Shawanda. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Y'all remember what I said? $sign Shawanda Williams. Please, please, please. Bless her cash app. Okay? Shawanda, look, girl, you know how my mind is. Did I ask you what did your picture look like? So that they'll know that it's you for sure. I'm going to put it on the community. Look, I just got off, so I came right on out here. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to put it on the community wall like I said I would do today. And you guys, please, 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 if you don't mind. I know it's the holiday season, but guess what? Listen, it's the holiday season, but for people who like to give, and sometimes even for people who don't like to give, right? They become giving right now, okay? You're welcome. They become giving around this time of the year. And even though, money is tight for people, guess what? Oftentimes the holiday season brings about a good mood. And people will still give a little bit, So if you have an extra couple of dollars, please, please bless you on this Cash App today. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And the reason I try to remember, I don't remember every month, but I try to remember as much as I can. Because a lot of times nobody tells. Sometimes there are people who have birthdays and maybe their parents or their kids or their spouse or someone like that will wish them a happy birthday. But then you got some people, nobody wishes them a happy birthday. Nobody wishes them a happy birthday. You don't really have to give anything, but you know how good it makes a person feel to hear happy birthday? It may seem small to a lot of people, but listen, it's not small to the person whose birthday it is, okay? Yes, millions of people share that holiday with you. But guess what? That's still your special day. That's still that person's special day. So just simply a happy birthday. And I feel like just saying that at the beginning or close to the beginning, as close as possible when I remember, to each month, that's some acknowledgement. That's some acknowledgement. I often say, I think the last time I did it before this month, y'all, may have been like, maybe May, June, something like that. I should have done that. Last year I was there about, I think I did it in August. Maybe October. But listen, if you have a platform, and I know that each and every person who is a subscriber has the ability, if they have a community wall, to give a shout out. So that's one thing, that's one shout out I think we all could give at the beginning of the month. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of the month. It could be at any time. All people having a birthday during that particular month, happy birthday. Wishing you many, many more, okay? Wishing you many, many more. And try not to let anything get you down on your happy day. I know that sometimes things are rough. They get rough. They are rough. Maybe they're even rough during your birthday, right? Try your best to take some time out to treat yourself. To treat yourself. Treat yourself could mean, hey, blowing a lot of cash. But it doesn't have to mean that. Treating yourself can mean turning off the TV, putting down the phone, only answering for emergencies or family and close friends, and just chilling out. Taking a day off work and just chilling out. You don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money. If that's what you would like to do, do it. That's a great thing. But you don't really have to do that. For your birthday, just treat yourself. A treat can be going to McDonald's, okay? It can be going to McDonald's by yourself, right? And just splurging, right? Just splurging. Getting look, I don't even know what's healthy. Is there a healthy option at McDonald's? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just get whatever you want to get. Have whatever you like. Have whatever you want. Have whatever you desire that day. And, I've seen people, y'all, spend 40, 50 bucks at McDonald's. Now, I'm sure they're spending for maybe 3 or 4 people, but still, if you want to go to McDonald's and you want to splurge and spend like 30 bucks, let that be your splurge. But again, it could just be sitting around the house, turning off the TV, or having the TV on, Netflix or something, just chilling and putting that phone, that computer, that laptop, that tablet. Put those things down. Put those things down. Take some deep breaths in and out. In and out. On your birthday, even if you have a big celebration plan, find that time during the day at some point. Like I always say, find 30 minutes out of each day to exercise. We get on social media for hours at a time, right? We talk on the phone for hours at a time. We go to work to support ourselves and our families, right? So find 30 minutes. Take 30 minutes out of your day to move, get in some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity, to help contribute to your well-being, your fitness, your overall health, right? They say your health is your wealth. I say your fitness and your health are your wealth, okay? So find some time to do that for 30 minutes. And also find some time to just use these R words that we use over here. Relax, release, relate to the things that happen to you, your family, your friends. Relate to those things if you can, resolve the things that you can, right? Revisit the things that you need to revisit, okay? Reestablish yourself. Reestablish some things that maybe you did in the past that you're not doing right now that were positive, uplifting, motivational for you. Reestablish and restart with those things. Restart with those things, right? And wherever you are right now, replenish your mind, body, and soul, okay? By releasing some of the negative things that you can control, right? Refocus, regroup, just restart. Restart. Y'all know I love the R words over here. We love R words over here in Lions Pride when we do our Let's Walk and Talks in Lions Pride, okay? Y'all know that R word, radar. Whenever you're exercising, remember, start with stretching, end with stretching. Just like radar starts with R and ends with R, start with stretching, end with stretching. You got R for stretching, A for warm-up, D for workout, A for cool down, and R for stretching. And if at any point during your workout you need to stretch again, stretch again. Stretch again. Stretch again. Watch the legs move. Look at the legs move. Move with the purpose. Move with the purpose. Move with a purpose. Walk and talk. Walk and talk. It is a great sign of your fitness level. Listen, if you can't walk and talk, just walk. That's the most important part. That is key. Just like moderation in things that we eat, like that's key. Moderation in the way that you talk when you're exercising, okay? If you know that talking is not good for you while you're walking, don't worry about that. The key component to this thing is the walking, the moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Move those legs. Move that waist. Make sure that you're using that waist. Okay? Use that core as well. Move those arms to help burn some of those calories if that's what your goal is. Move those arms. All right? And don't worry about keeping up with your neighbor, your family member, your friend, your enemy, your frenemy. Because a lot of times, even with something like as positive as working out, people will try to compete and they don't even compare. Sometimes you're competing with someone that you don't even compare with and you don't even know it. There's no way I would try to outdo a track star. Not now. But hey, when we ran track, yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about somebody else's routine, their plan, their regimen, okay? Their session. Don't worry about them. You never know what's in a person's past. You're up here trying to keep up with somebody who used to be a basketball player. All they did was stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. Their physical endurance is great, okay? Their stamina is off the charts. But even for some of those people, if they haven't done that in a while, what do they need to do? Talk with their healthcare team and let them know that they're about to restart. And you don't have to do it immediately. Like, any health professional would love it for you to move. First thing they're going to ask you is, how do you feel when you move? Right? And if you don't have any ailments that prevent you from moving, and you're like, well, I get a little tired, they're going to tell you to make sure that you continue to move, but to listen to your body. Continue to move, but listen to your body. Because right now, a lot of times people I've had people that I train that I know they'll just jump up and, I want to start back running. And go try to run 5 miles. Haven't run 5 miles in 5 years. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Even athletes have to continue training, right? And when they take a break and they have a big event coming up, what do? They start back training. Marathon runners. When a big marathon is coming up, if the last marathon that they ran was 12 months ago, I'll say 6 months ago, and say it was January 2023, and there were a couple of marathons coming up like June 2023, January 2024. If they took a break from the last marathon to like March, before they run June, they're gonna start back training, okay? If they take another break, since they know there's one coming up January 2024, they may take a break for a month or two. And by a break, I don't mean that they don't exercise, that they don't train at all, but they cut back. So around September, October, they're gonna start back training again because they have that marathon that they want to run, right? So don't take these long breaks and decide, you know what, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna start back running 5 miles and just up and do that in a day off a whim, okay? Just because you were in the military or just because you were a track star in high school and you're now 35 years old and you haven't run since you were maybe 22, that's been 13 years. Please don't do that. Please don't just jump into that, okay? You gotta work back up. You can get back to that place. A lot of people can get back to 100%. A lot of people, look, you get a little older, you probably can't get back to where you were at 18, but you can get back to maybe 90% of that. You can get back to what 100% would be for a 35-year-old, okay? Okay? So don't be out here just trying to do things that you see other people do or say, knowing that you can't do it, knowing that you've never done it. All right? You can't compete with people where you don't compare. Only compete with yourself and improving and being a better person today than you were yesterday. And sometimes we backslide, right? We're doing good. And the holidays come about, or maybe not even the holidays. You just say, I'm taking a break. Take a break for a week. Next thing you know, it's 2 weeks. Next thing you know, it's 2 months. You got to get back in it. You got to get back into it. Okay? You have got to get back into it. And it's okay to take breaks. But have your breaks planned as well. And when you have your breaks planned, make sure that you're dedicated to sticking to the date that you're going to restart. Make sure that you stay motivated. Okay? Now listen, if you miss it, because a lot of times people will tell you they miss working out, so they don't take any breaks. When they do take a break, they realize that they miss it, so they don't take breaks. When you go on vacation, why do you think these hotels have these nice gyms? Right? You don't have to take a break because you're on vacation. You know, unless time constraints don't allow you to, and maybe you're on vacation for work, maybe it's a working vacation, or maybe it's not really a vacation, you're just traveling for work. Or maybe it's a family fun-filled vacation, right? So where you may do your cardiovascular activity daily at home, you're on a 5-day trip, listen, at least work out 2 of those days. Especially if they offer a gym, that's why they offer the gym. They know a lot of times people want to stick with their routines. So being on vacation is not a reason to not exercise. Now, if that's what you choose, you just want that break at that time, great. But don't let that or the holidays be the reason that you don't exercise. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Some people do. On the holidays, they're like, listen, I work out all year. Thanksgiving and Christmas, listen, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm indulging in what I don't indulge in, or what I stopped indulging in months and years ago. And I'm having me some fun. So I will say, for the holidays and for those breaks that you like to have, it's not really an excuse. Especially when you know mentally you're prepared and you're dedicated to sticking to what you do all the time. See, if you're not to that place yet, when you think, because for some people, that's not falling off. They're going to take that break. They're going to eat whatever they want to eat for that whole week of Christmas, a whole week of Thanksgiving, that whole week of New Year's. And they're going to get right back into their routine. And some of them don't even leave the routine as far as their exercise goes. They just splurge at the dinner table, okay? They splurge with what they're eating. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, that splurge is not going to hurt them, especially if they're still working out, they're still exercising. That splurge isn't going to hurt them at all. They may pick up 2 to 3 pounds, maybe even 5, because of those extra calories. But hey, when they go back to normal that next week, they'll get that back down in no time. And some people don't even pick up anything because they're constantly being consistent and persistent about their routine. So it's Wednesday, y'all. It's hump day. It's hump day. How has your week been? If you catch this replay, leave it in the comments. How has your week been? What new things did you learn this week? You're never too old to learn new things. There's never a time when learning something new and positive isn't a good thing. If you haven't learned anything new, listen, that's okay. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to learn anything new. Just work on the things that you know, the improvements that you've made. It's called sticking with, it's called being what? Self-motivated. Anything good that you've been doing for the past couple of days, weeks, months, continue to do it. Any new changes that you've made that are positive, continue to do them. Try to have an open mind when it comes to things. You know, stick to your beliefs and the things that you believe in. But also try to have an open mind sometimes. Having an open mind doesn't really mean that you have to be open to whatever the topic is, the situation is. It just means being open to being understanding of others. Being open to being understanding of others. We're gonna do 5 more minutes because I'm trying to get like, yesterday was supposed to be like a 45-minute day. Not a 45-minute day, but a 45-minute walk and talk. It ended up being an hour. I think an hour and a half almost. But that was good. It was good because I had people that came through here who I really enjoy. Like my bro, Chef Finest Wine, Big King, Shawanda, Lakeitha, and Bird. So we had good adult conversation, positive conversation, conversation about doing things to help improve our mental and physical, emotional, spiritual health. And that's what I like having. Okay? We like being positive. It doesn't mean we're hypocrites that we don't see and maybe watch some negative stuff or haven't done negative things. Nobody's claiming perfection. But if you're on a social media platform for the masses to see, you want to be mindful of the things that you do, say, how you conduct yourself. I have done some things that I don't like, said some things I don't like, but listen, you got to stand on ground, okay? You got to stand on solid ground when you got to. There are times when you have to stand on solid ground, and ain't nothing wrong with that. And don't let anybody tell you you're wrong for doing that, okay? Because you have to live with the decisions that you make, and you have to feel comfortable with the decisions you make, the things that you do, and the things that you say. And every action, okay, we be peopling, right? We be peopling. Every action draws an opposite, sometimes equal, sometimes not so equal reaction, okay? Everyone's different. We're individuals. I think a lot of times people get into that mindset of trying to control adults when they can't even control the adults in their lives, in their day-to-day lives. You can't do that. You can't do that. Listen, if you can't control your spouse, you can't control your kids, you can't control your parents, your nieces and nephews, your siblings, what makes you think that you can control other full-grown adults? We can't. All we can do is search for our own peace wherever we are, whatever platform that we're on. Okay? That's all you can do. That is all you can do. And listen, nobody else has to like your peace. I bet you they're not going to allow you to control their peace. Now, I ain't going to lie. Some people are leadable. Some people are leadable. They're easily led. Easily led. And sometimes people just have the same mindset. And that's okay. It's okay when people have the same mindset. But make sure that that's just it. That you have the same mindset, but you aren't being led. Aren't being led. And it's okay to have a leader. A good leader, okay? A leader that maybe you can learn some things from, but at some point, that leader is okay with you letting go and leading yourself. Leading yourself. So there's nothing wrong with leaders, right? I put up a meme about leaders and followers. That's a common saying. I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. I think people have misinterpreted that saying. They've misinterpreted that saying because their actions show the complete opposite, right? And they'll even make excuses for allowing themselves to be led. Allowing themselves to be led. Again, sometimes people are of a similar mindset. That's all good. Sometimes they're just easily led. Easily led. Now, if you're in an area that's great for you and you don't know what to do, of course, someone with some experience, that's just like at work, right? Someone with some experience, someone who's been there a while, someone who knows what they're doing, of course they can lead you, right? And once you start to pick up and catch on, then what is it your job to do? To lead yourself. Because you're going to pick up some ways that maybe they didn't even show you. Once you get led just enough positively, then you'll pick up your own ways and add to it. And you'll be good to lead the next person. So there's nothing wrong with following a lead, right? Nothing wrong with following a lead. I think his music was kind of loud. I don't know if y'all heard it. I tried to click off. So there's nothing wrong with following a lead. But make sure that you know when it's time for you to be the leader. Make sure that you know when it's time for you to be the leader. It's been 46 minutes, y'all. So I'm about to get out of here. Because I'm trying to keep it, I don't know, 13 minutes. I might do an hour. I'm just going to walk a little bit. And I'll see. I'll see. I'm going to walk a little bit and I'll see. And again, there's nothing wrong with being led, but don't allow someone to become your leader. There's a difference between, it's the same to a degree, but then there's a cutoff point. Okay, there is a cutoff point. It's good to be led by good leaders, strong leaders, leaders who have your best interests at heart, leaders who are teaching you something, leaders you can learn from, and you grasp the concept of the things that they do. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you grasp on to the concepts of the things that they do, the way that they do them. You grasp on to their concepts to a degree, as long as they're in your best interest. And then you learn. It's kind of like a baby when the baby starts to walk, right? You hold their hand, you walk them, you walk with them. They get the concept of walking one foot in front of the other. Balance. You let them go a couple of times, they fall. Eventually they start to stay upright, right? Eventually they start to stay upright. They have the concept down now, right? To stand, become steady, balanced, one foot in front of the other. And they no longer need you to hold their hand as they walk. Now, of course, we parents do, because after all, they're still babies and toddlers. But if you're at home, if you're in a safe environment, they're walking on their own. So it's okay to have a leader to teach you to do things, right? To teach you to do things that are conducive to your growth. That's fine. And once you grow, you can kind of let that leader go. Like that baby, once he's walking, that leader and that follower, the baby's the follower, that leader, they'll let you go. But they'll be right there just in case the baby needs them. So when you're following a leader, it's okay to finally just let go. And if it's a good leader, they'll be there whenever you need them. And at that point, you've picked up your own ways of doing things, and you probably have become a leader to someone else. And just because you're now a leader, still doesn't mean you might not need your leader sometimes, the person that led you, right? So there's good things to following a leader, but there's definitely bad things. And it seems like a lot of times people get it mixed up. A lot of times people get it mixed up. I feel like I said follower and leader in the wrong place. Y'all ever got that feeling that you said the wrong word in the wrong spot? But if I did, I think you guys know what I was talking about. Be your own leader, okay? It's okay to allow someone to lead you, as long as they're leading you with good intentions to a good place, okay? With good intentions and to a good place. But once you acquire all the knowledge that you need to let go of that leader will be happy to let you go. You no longer need to follow them, right? You become your own leader, and you become the leader to someone else. That's how that leading and following things should go. That's how that leading and following things should go. It should be based on positive results. It should be based on achieving positive results. So, you guys, again, I hope that you have moved for at least 30 minutes today. Gotten in some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity. Aerobic, you know, that means oxygen using activity, right? You can walk, skip, jog, run, march, okay? Walk in place, go swimming inside somewhere at an indoor pool this time of year. Go hiking if you can, if your area allows, right? Go skating, get up and dance. Walk around the biggest room of your house if it's too cold outside, just like when it's too hot outside to be out there in that heat. Walk around the biggest room of your house, okay? Walk around the biggest room of your house. Hey, Georgia girl. Georgia girl says, hey, Lines Pride, hey, chat. So listen, I'm telling you, I put up that meme because a lot of times when people say I'm a leader, not a follower, I think they get that misconstrued, or they really know what it means, but their actions show otherwise. The best leader for you to have other than God is yourself, right? And again, in those situations that I explained earlier, good leaders will allow you to grow and allow you to become a leader, okay? They don't have a problem with that. Thank you, Georgia girl. I appreciate you. Enjoy your walk. Thank you. Good leaders will allow you to grow. I compared it to a baby, right? Mama, daddy, they're leaders for that baby when you're teaching that baby to walk, right? They're holding their hand until they learn how to become stable, balanced. And then they put one foot in front of the other. They're going to fall sometimes. But then they use a table, a chair, the mom and dad, they lead them back upright, okay? And then once they get it, that leader, mama and daddy, the leader, they let that baby go so that baby can lead himself, okay? They let that baby go so that baby can lead and walk wherever he wants to go. And at some point in life, that baby may become a leader to his own kids, his own children, his nieces and nephews if he doesn't have any kids. That's how adults should be. It's okay to be led by someone, but make sure that they're good people for good reasons. Because a good leader Like I said, it's like going to a new job. You may know a little bit about the job, but someone there with some more experience, maybe even if they've only been there 3 months, they're going to show you the ropes. They're going to show you some things. At that point, they are your leader. On the job, though, it's a positive way. We can't take negative. We sometimes, like, someone will say, he ain't my leader. Think of it in a positive way. Allow him to lead you in order for you to do your job well, right? Once you learn the caveats and everything of the job and all that stuff, you'll pick up some of your own things to help make the job easier, right? And that leader, just like that mama or that daddy, will take their hands off and let you go. And then what? You become your own leader, and hopefully you lead the next person in line, okay? So there's nothing wrong with following the right leader for the right reasons. Because the right leader knows that at some point they've got to be hands off and let you go so that you can lead yourself, okay? So that you can lead yourself. So it's been 56 minutes, y'all. We're going to finish up this last 3.5 minutes, okay? I have enjoyed you guys. This is Wednesday Wisdom, okay? Wisdom Wednesday, Wednesday Wisdom, whichever one you want to say, okay? We drop nuggets over here in Lions Pride. Listen, guys, don't do anything I do or say unless you research it. There are many doctors, nurses, and therapists on here that go into more detail. I don't go into a lot of detail because, listen, people will do something, and if they get bad results or poor results, God forbid, they'll say, I heard so-and-so say this or that. So what we do over here is we drop nuggets. We drop those nuggets. You guys drop nuggets in the chat too, right? So we pick those nuggets up, we do research. Make sure that you research reputable sources and learn new things. Take those things to your healthcare providers. Talk with them about them, okay? Talk to them about the things that you've learned. And make sure that for your fitness level, for your health level, you're going in the right direction. All right? What is your healthcare team? Your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your nurses, your physician's assistants, your therapists, your physical therapists, occupational therapists, your nutritionists, your dietitians. They all form a circle around you. I call that circle an atom. You are the nucleus of that atom, okay? You are the nucleus of that atom. All right? So take care of yourselves. They was playing that music, y'all. Take care of yourselves so that you're able to take care of those that you love, your family, your friends, okay? Your neighbors, right? Because so many people get so caught up in taking care of other people. And that's a good thing. That's a good person. Those are good people. But you also want to make sure that you take care of yourself first so that you can continue to do the things that you do to take care of yourself and others, okay? So that's Wisdom Wednesday, y'all. All right? Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. All right? That bus was loud. Y'all probably still hear it. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Okay? And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, leave. Leave that lounge. GYGAG. Grab your grip and go. Y'all know what I say. Y'all know I like to equate things to other things, right? Just like working out. My warm-up is my appetizer, my workout is my entree, and my cool-down is my dessert, right? We think of the word radar when we're getting ready to exercise. R-A-D-A-R. R is for stretching. A is your warm-up. D is your workout. A is your cool-down. And that last R is what? You're stretching again. You want to start with stretching and end with stretching, okay? You want to work your body, but make sure you don't hurt your body. If you feel tired, discomfort, uncomfortable, slow down and or stop, okay? Slow down and or stop. Slow down and or stop, okay? Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Catherine with Friends TV says hello, darling. Hello, chat. So, y'all remember, this is Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. We talked about being followers and leaders, how it's okay to be a follower if you have the right leader, okay? All right? Because the right leader will lead you until you get to where you need to be. Then they will take their hands off and allow you to lead yourself and others, okay? Okay? That's what they'll do. That's what a good leader does, okay? So that's what we talked about today. You guys think about that. And if I put the word follower when I should have said leader at any point during this video, or leader when I should have said follower, you guys know what I meant, because you understood the concept, okay? You understood the concept. You understood the concept. It's okay to follow a leader as long as the leader is a good leader, a productive leader, a leader who's gonna be beneficial for you and your positive growth and improvement. We gave the example of a mommy or a daddy leading their child when it comes to walking. A good mommy or daddy will continue to help them as they establish balance, as they learn to put one foot in front of the other, as they fall a few times in the process. But at some point, they got to make sure they got the right shoes and all this stuff. At some point, mommy, daddy, the leaders are going to take their hands off and let that baby lead himself. When we're in a safe environment, of course, okay? They're going to let that baby lead himself, herself, and walk. They may still fall, but guess what? A good leader will do. They're going to still be right there. Same thing with adults. A good leader, when they see you fall or you let them know that you're falling, they're going to put hands back on and they're going to help you get up, or they're going to watch you get up and stand back just in case they need to put hands on. And you're going to start back to lead yourself, okay? And then you're going to learn some new things. The baby gonna learn that he can dance. Guess what? Even when their parents don't dance, what's the first thing a baby wants to do after they learn to walk a little bit? Start dancing. So they're going to learn to dance. They're going to learn to do all kinds of crazy little things. And they're going to become their own leader, okay? And then they're going to start leading themselves. They're going to start leading themselves, and then they're going to start leading others, okay? So it's okay to be a follower as long as you have the right leader. As long as you have a leader who wants you to become your own leader, okay? So again, don't y'all let people bother you. Don't let people stress you out. And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, a misery platform, space, place, home, get out. Grab your grip and go. And if someone tries to bring the misery to you into your spot, into your lounge, put them out. Put them out, okay? Thank you guys for coming over here into Lions Pride for this Let's Walk and Talk, okay? Remember, if you can walk and talk, that's a great sign of your fitness level. But if you can't, that's okay, because a lot of people just want to walk. And that's the most important part. Some days you just walk. You want to clear your mind. It's not completely about physical. It's about physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health, okay? All of that is your wealth. Not just your health. Your health, of course, is your wealth. We all pray for good health. But your health, your physical fitness, your emotional, spiritual, and mental fitness, your mental well-being, all of those are your health as well. And all of those are your wealth as well. So I'll see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lions Pride. All right. Bye, y'all. Y'all be safe, okay? Safe, happy, safe. Go out there and shop. Spend some money. And remember, it's Shawanda Williams' birthday. If you want to drop her a little blessing in the Cash App, it's $Shawanda Williams. Happy birthday to all the December babies. Bye, y'all.